G'day, my name's Phee, and today we're going to make a pallet planter. So I know it's not exactly an original idea, but I found these pallets across the road and they were just too good of condition to be just left out in the rain. So I pulled them in not knowing what I was going to do with them. But I've got a lot of plants and herbs I'm growing. They're all over the window sills, all underneath the windows, trying to get that little bit of sun that they can. Why not make a little plant condominium that they can live in? A lot of people are doing it and I thought, well, these are good for inside. They're pretty big too, so chuck some wheels on them, plumb them a bit, and there we go. You've got your planter and you've saved some space. And it'd be the perfect project to share with you guys. So I've got some stuff that you'll need in the description below. There is one particular thing that I do want you to grab. Start collecting these silly little glass. If your friends or family members are out for dinner or something, they get a straw, pinch it off them, reuse it. I'll show you how in this video. So here we've got our pallet. I'm going to take off every second slat and then I'm going to flip it over and attach them parallel with each of these. I've got a few extra slats there, so I'll use the extra slats for the bottom and then we'll start popping those in as well. Let's get prying. Alright, so got all that wood off. We've got 4 bits extra. All the nails except for one are usable, so hopefully I'll be able to just reuse those nails. I'm gonna have a measure now and see just how big these bits are and if they're the same size as the front bits. It's a pallet, like they're not gonna be perfectly the same, but sorry, I'm a bit puffed out, I'm so unfit. We'll measure that out, square it up, and then we'll just start banging the nails in. Let's get back into it. So now we've got everything measured up. I'll grab the wood to see if it looks even, and then we'll start banging the nails in. It's a little bit tricky, but you just want to line up. I did a few dots where I wanted to put them so it would fit nice and snug, nice and lined up, but I'm reusing the nails and I'm being a bit lazy and not pulling them out. You just want to try and mark out, just move around a bit. See just by eye and using a combination square just to see if you're hitting the mark. That's pretty good. Some of my wood is a little bit bowed, so it's going to be a bit different either way, but that's pretty lined up. So let's start knocking it in from the center, making sure that each end's pushed in a bit. I've got my new planks on and I've got 4 shelves, so I need 4 lengths cut in half because I've got a center bar there that I need to account for, and I'm not going to be able to try and origami it through, so I'll cut those to shape and then I'll figure out whether I'm going to stick them in between the slots or if I'm going to just nail it on the bottom of each shelf. So, this is where your straw comes in. I wish to hell these didn't exist, but they do. There's billions of them around. Collect a few of them because we can reuse them. Pop your straw over the top of them until one grabs. See, that's nice and tight. It's not letting go, so I'm going to go with 7mm. So I'm going to put 4 holes through here, probably gap them about 3 inches each, and I'm going to do that for each slat. Now, I'm going to pop these straws in through that hole and I'm going to cut like 2 or 3 little stretches out so I can just sort of plumb them in. So you want to get your straw and measure out how thick your wood is, and then you're going to give yourself maybe 1 centimeter or 2 on each end, and then strip it down quarter ways so that it folds out and you can plug up that hole. Always do a test hole first to see if it fits and do it on the bottom, that way no one will see it. So now I've got to pull off 2 more slats for the 2 bottom bits. I ran out of wood, so I'm going to tear this thing apart and get most of the wood off of it so that I'm ready for the next step. If you got really stubborn bits of wood, just knock them out. Don't risk trying to pry bar it out, you just break it. So just give it a bit of wallop with one of these. So all the shelves are in now, all the holes are in. The bait's a bit wobbly. The pallets aren't exactly square. So I'll just get chipping away at that now. So that worked out. It's actually quite stable. That's just me rocking it off the ground. But if I leave it, so this thing's pretty much a giant roller skate. It doesn't stay still, legit like. So, back to the drawing board. I'll make a base for it. I was trying to be lazy and see if I couldn't just, you know, keep it simple, stupid, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna make a wide base for each end, and hopefully this thing will have some stability. Just cannibalized another pallet for this bit here, nice and thick. That's gonna go across like this. Gonna do it about a foot long. Hopefully that should stabilize it. I'm pretty certain it will, and that we won't be able to have it as close to the window as I want it to, but that's fine. Sacrifice it for not being a ice skate of sorts. So I've G-clamped the board onto the pallet just to get it nice and tight so I don't have any split. I'm going to use a 3mm drill bit to just put some guide holes in and recycle some nails because they're tough, they're long, and I figure while I've got them here, they're the right length and right gauge. Oh, there we go. I had the brakes on. Well, that's it. We've got it up. We've got it rolling. She's not perfect, but she's almost infallible. Look at that. Yes. So, it is time to finish this puppy. So next we're going to go and sand everything down, and then we're going to line the insides to make them waterproof. So I've got another recycling tip for you, but you're going to have to stay tuned. So, sanding it does make a big difference. So what are all these bags for? They're all reusable bags, have just had oil and stuff in them, or bags from retail stores that are really thick and just seems like a waste to throw out. So we're going to use these to line the inside of our planter to stop it from leaking or molding or anything like that. And you can either PVA glue it in or staple gun it in. I'm going to staple gun it in. It's going to make it so much faster. So this is all plumbed now and ready to go in terms of dirt and pebbles, which we'll do next. But firstly, we're going to stain it. It'll look nice finished. We've sanded it already, so this will just go right on top. Make sure you got yourself a brush and some sort of recycled plastic. This is just a meat container we washed out, just to put your stuff in. This will definitely help in draining each container. Plants don't like wet feet, so I'm going to put a centimetre's worth of these stones into each. I'm gonna give another try at finishing this wood. I did use that paint before and it just looks crap. So I got some decking oil. Hopefully that might give it a bit more of a furniture look and tie in with some of the stuff we've got. Otherwise, I've got blackboard paint. That'll come in handy for writing on what plants are what and how they need to be looked after, just in case I go on a trip, which will probably never happen because I'm always busy. And that's that. She's done. She moves smooth, she locks in, nice little finish. I've got space on the legs, as you can see, to put my creeper plant, so I do want them to climb. I'm gonna bang some nails in just so I can get them to sort of train up it, because they're getting really tall and they're starting to grow peas. I'm so excited. Oh, sorry, I get too excited about this. But the oil only took a few hours to dry. The paint takes a lot longer. Don't paint it all like I did. I would recommend doing a little tester just for the wood oil because, like, you know, it took ages to sand it back. So just do a tester. I know it's a very obvious thing, but you just get excited and start making and that's it. Done. Game over. So hopefully that was informative and you got something out of it and you started or finished your project. If you didn't, don't stress, just break it up into small bite-sized pieces. Make it fun. It's meant to be experimental, it's meant to be creative, and it's meant to be fun. Don't make it a chore. Please send me your photos. I really want to see if you made something. In any case, as always, stay positive, stay kind, and stay creative. I'll see you next build. Oh, I should say, I might actually show you what I'm doing with these later, how I grow them, so stay tuned for the next episode.